This is the live feed. It's your connection to live music and entertainment in Winona. Support for this program is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
On this episode of the live feed, we go to the 2019 Midwest Music Fest to hear from the Heavy Set. We'll hear the band's performance and speak to them about their signature blend of country, rock, and indie genres. I'm Willard Huyck, and this is a live feed on KQAL.
Hey, how you doing, Midwest Music Fest? Thank you for coming to our show. We're the Heavy Set. Thanks for coming to the festival. Thanks for having us. How about a hand for our friends from Colorado, Fox Feather? Are you here for that set? Came a long way. We're glad to share the stage with them. You need, I won't stand in your way. Tell me if you're coming home and don't lead me astray. Solitude will help you through your sad and weary state. I can only promise I will try to accommodate. All this time without you is driving insane. All my nights are sleepless, all my days so long and plain. You spend the whole summer just dancing in the rain, while I spend mine circling the drain. Space, what's in it for me? Tell me how a love became an unsolved mystery. Solitude will help you through your sad and weary state. Well, I can only promise I will try to accommodate. But all this time without you is driving me insane. All my nights are sleepless, all my days so long and plain. You spent the whole summer dancing in the rain, while I spend mine circling the drain. Well, I spend mine circling the drain. nights are sleepless, all my days so long and plain. You spend the whole summer just dancing in the rain, but I spend mine circling the drain. Well, I spend mine circling the drain. Jim Trouton on the lap steel guitar.
I'm Willard Huyck here with Jake Illica of the Heavy Set. How's it going, Jake?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. So I really enjoyed your set. A lot of energy, a lot of a great crowd and a great vibe you had going on there. Tell me a little bit about Heavy Set sound. What kind of stuff did you guys play tonight?
We do a lot of rock and blues, a little touch of alt country, and maybe a little indie. I'm not sure. Indie is kind of a vague term, you know, so mostly rock and blues.
Sure. So I'm a little bit curious about the name Heavy Set. Tell me about that.
We started out playing songs behind me on my solo nights at Ed's No Name in town back in 2013. So it was kind of a joke that I'm a larger man, but I'm not, you know, when they describe me, they go, he's not fat, he's kind of heavy set. But also, I'd be the light set when I'd play solo, and then the guys would get behind me, and I'm a little more heavier set. So it kind of stuck after that. It was either going to be that, or it was going to be called Going to State. You know, like when you win the quarterfinal or something. Going to State! Rising, I don't know if they're ever gonna find that poor girl's bones. Her mama wants something that she can bring home, lay beneath the willow by the family stone. Something that she can bring home, lay beneath the willow by the family store. Ooh. Mr. Zach Barbier on the drums back there.
Tell me about the origins of the heavy set. How'd you guys get started?
Yeah, so like I said, we were starting it down at Ed's, and everybody lived in Winona, except for Jamie lived in Rochester. And so it was pretty easy to get together. Jamie's got an old practice space in one of the buildings he owns that basically every Winona band has either got their start rehearsing in or something. It's called the Gator Pit. It's a pretty sweet spot in the west end of Winona. So we started doing that on like Saturdays and then playing every other Wednesday at my solo gig. And it just grew from there. We liked the songs we were writing, and I liked the band that I had, gotten to behind me. So, and we all got along really good, and we all had kind of common vision to go hit the road and make music. So that's what we've been doing the last 5 years.
The old Gator Pit. Is that what it's called? the old Gator.
Everyone in Jamie was from a band called Schwa. It was one of the oldest bands in Winona that was doing kind of the jam thing back in the 80s and 90s, and so everyone had nicknames, and Jamie was Gator, so Gator Pit.
Gator Pit. Awesome. What kinds of, venues and shows do you guys mostly play?
Well, so far 2019 and a little bit of late 2018, we haven't been doing a whole lot. We've been figuring out what we're going to do with our new album and getting some demos done and stuff like that. So we're usually playing semi-locally, playing in Winona, Rochester, La Crosse, and also up in Minneapolis. And then we hit the road quite a bit and go out to Colorado and visit our friends out there and work our way out there and back. We've in the past gone all the way down to South by Southwest and Kansas City, Chicago, stuff like that. But we love the upper Midwest and the Front Range of Colorado and South Dakota, Black Hills area. So we just try and do that as much as we can. One of the people we're missing tonight is playing probably right about now. Don't leave. It's our good friend Mike Munson. Yes. That is the appropriate response. We're going to play a song of his that we were lucky enough to get permission to cut on our last record. Without the blood, baby, without the pain, it's been too long, and I still feel the same. Without the spike, baby, without the nail, well, I'm building something that ain't never gonna fail. Raise up my hammer, I'm gonna let it drop on down. Well, maybe next week I'll come back around. Without the spike, baby, without the nail, well, I'm building something that ain't never gonna fail. No, it ain't never gonna fail.
she wears a mean old face, and I still haven't found nobody who's ever gonna take my place without the spike, maybe without the nail. But I'm building something low that ain't never gonna fail. Gonna build it high. May take me years to get going. Well, you know it's not the first time I've tried to get to a heaven of my own. Get to a heaven of my own. Well, heaven of my own. Heaven of my own. A heaven of my own. Sing it with these guys. Heaven of my own. Heaven of my own. Come on, come on. Heaven of my own. Oh, heaven of my own. Without spite. Baby, without a doubt. But I'm something that ain't never gonna fail. No, it ain't never gonna fail. It ain't never gonna fail. No, it ain't never gonna fail. No, it ain't never gonna fail.
I think we all love watching live music, and even recorded live music from back in the day, listen to our parents' records, feeling something from a live performance and trying to capture that on a record. And also just, we want to make people feel the way we feel when we're moved by music, and that's kind of the ultimate goal. It's a lot of fun to do. When it happens, it's magic, Sometimes it doesn't, and it's just practice then,
Yeah.
So.
Like you mentioned, there is maybe a new project in the works just now. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like rock opera version of all ABBA. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I'm sorry.
I took the bait.
Dancing Queen. Yeah, it's in kind of a new direction. We added a keys player that we've been working with, Dylan Na from Apollo Cobra. He's engineered all our albums and mixed all our albums, and he's a really good new member of the band. He couldn't make it tonight. He's got other bands, and he's got other obligations too. But we love to have him when he can, and so he's added a lot to the new songs and new sounds. So it's not quite electronic, but we've been messing around with a lot more synth and keys in the melody writing of the songs. So
maybe in terms of energy or crowd engagement, do you guys have a particular live performance style that you like to invoke?
No, we just hope we can get up there and play right and, not have our flies down and try and just make the music. Because our music it's not super like 2-3 minute songs, real, cut and dry. Kind of goes all over the place. So we rely on the songs to do a lot of the talk, and we're not that flashy of performers. And I get that is a lot more entertaining. I love seeing bands that do that, but I've tried to do it, and it feels forced, and it just doesn't work for me. So our drummer does a lot of the motion, so sometimes we like to toss it to him and just let him go. Stay out of the way.
Skies of summer gave way, the cold of October. I spend my nights with a bottle in my day, telling you I get sober. December came around, I let you down. Felt your heart grow so much colder. Can we just start over? Started talking to strangers in a cold and dark church basement. Listening to all their horror stories, how they're trying to find that replacement. My turn came around, I broke down, oh I cried, it wasn't on your shoulder. Ooh, can we just start over? Living a life becomes easier. Living your life when loving somebody else becomes easier than loving yourself. You know it's time. Everybody's got a mountain, everybody's got that hill to climb. Well, I know that you got yours, and you can be damn sure I've got mine. Oh, I've got mine. Pulling that weight behind you up that hill. doesn't make that time seem any closer. The way that knocks you down, well then you just start over. You just start over. 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 Just start over.
Something we've been asking people all weekend too. What have you been listening to lately, whether new or old, and do you have any recommendations?
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of White Denim lately. A friend of mine got me into some White Denim, and also I've been diving into some old stuff, some Motown. That's been getting me moving, and also like some Glenn Campbell. Been diving into that too. But another one I just saw at the Turf Club was Robert Ellis. He's from Houston, Texas. He's got a new album out where he's just playing piano with a band, but he's usually a guitar player. So it's called The Texas Piano Man. And that album and the live performance I saw at the Turf Club was just hands down one of the best shows I've seen in years. And been following that kind of vein of Americana, kind of the southern sound, and Oklahoma, Texas, John Fulbright. And also this gal named Margaret Glaspie. I really like her music. She writes really great songs, and every time I listen to them, I want to hunker down and write something like that. And then Wood Brothers. I love the Wood Brothers. Anything they do, their last album, Single Drop of Truth, is pretty awesome. Or One Drop of Truth, I think it's called. And my friends from Colorado, Fox Feather, they're amazing, and they keep us inspired, and they're always doing really creative stuff with promoting themselves, and it feels great to be a part of that and watch that grow, because they're amazing people and friends, and their music is great, so check them out.
What would be some good avenues, whether it be websites, social media? What would be some good resources for interested learners to learn about the Heavy Set?
Oh, as far as checking us out, just theheavyset.com. And we're on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, but theheavyset.com kind of gets you to where you need to go.
Jake Ellick of Heavy Set, awesome set tonight. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend.
Hand again for the band. This is Jim Troughton on the guitar, Zach Barbier on the drums, Jamie Groth on the bass. Best band a guy could ask for. I'm really glad to be you guys' friend and share the stage here. Thank you guys. I'm going to sing you one all by my lonesome here and leave you. It's a fitting song. It's by Richard Buckner. It's called Fader. Leave and travel well. Leave and travel well. Leave yourself and live to tell, and I hope your heart will travel well. The moon will send you back. The moon will send you back. I prayed this night would never pass, but I knew the moon would send you back. Careful of our years, careful of our years. I cried and fought my worst of fears, but I'm so frightened of our years. I'll keep your name deep within. I'll keep your name deep within. Fighter, fader, faker, and sin is a name I've taken deep within. I saw such light in you. I saw such light in you. Crushed by the basement view the night I lost my light in you. So leave and travel well. Leave and travel well. Leave yourself and live to tell, and I hope your heart will travel well. Happy Midwest Music Fest, you guys. Thanks for being here. Stick around for the Mammoths. Stay safe. Have a good weekend.
Thanks again to Jake Illica and the Heavy Set for joining us on this episode of the Live Feed. For more great local and regional music, tune into the Live Feed every Wednesday and Friday nights at 6, right here on 89.5 KQAL. I'm Willard Huyck. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening to The Live Feed. The Live Feed is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. For more information on tonight's show, visit us at kqal.org.
Like what you just heard? Find podcasts of the Live Feed and all your favorite KQAL shows by going to kqal.org and looking for program archives under the Media tab. The Live Feed is made possible by a grant from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.